boom, 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 boom. Young Devontae on the beat. Yeah. And I don't know. Y'all won't expecting this off the cuff radio live stream, live and direct. I'm King Eric, the media assassin. Give y'all some wrestling content. I wanted to call Ill Out of Sandman show, but I was tied up with a lot of things. So, yeah, man. I'm live and direct with y'all for a bit. And what I like to do, I like to get straight to the point here. Chris Productions, what's good, man? Yo, are they burying my guy Cody Rhodes already? Let's talk about it, man. Let's talk about it. We should say, my thing is this, bro. He's floundering. Okay? Hold on, I'm about to move over here. Hold on one second. Hold on one second. Ah, give me some light. See the Stone Cold shirt right there, nigga. But yeah, my thing is this. They got him right now in a program with Dominic Mysterio. That's a real huge drop from Brock Lesnar. And even though Dominic Mysterio was doing his thing, that's a huge drop. Like, you went from feuding with the tribal chief and Brock Lesnar to Dominic Mysterio. If they ain't a demotion, I don't know what is, yo. Dead ass. Vince McMahon is back, and this shows. Because I'm gonna tell y'all this, and this is the story, and I'm sticking to it. I think Cody Rhodes was already booked to win the championship, but Vince McMahon came into power and changed the whole thing. That's what I'm thinking. It's obvious now. They had this written in stone that Cody Rhodes was gonna be the guy to beat the tribal chief. Vince McMahon got into power WrestleMania weekend, rewrote the whole thing. Cody just as bad, just like his daddy. Yeah, people don't see it now. But now to his credit, Cody is still over. When he does his little theme, he's over. But if you look at it to tell, the spark ain't like it used to be. What is he? He came from a rival company. WWE is petty. They need to build something for Cody and Roman for next year WrestleMania. My thing is this though, but see what happened when they messed up too. They put him on the Raw brand. I already said that creating another title was a mistake because it's like y'all giving these guys a hand-me-down title. It's basically telling me, oh, we can't beat Roman Reigns. We're going to give y'all a belt for y'all to work with because you can't beat the tribal chief. That makes the roster look weak. So now you got Cody on Raw. He should be on SmackDown. He should be in the mix with Roman Reigns. But they probably want to keep him and Roman Reigns away from each other. But in the meantime, he's floundering. The feud with Brock Lesnar is not doing no wonders for him because nobody knows why he's attacked. Why we should invest in this feud with Brock Lesnar and Cody. Like, we don't know a reason why we should invest in this story. This is Vince McMahon booking 101. It just happened. Why should we be rooting for Cody against Brock Lesnar? They're not telling us nothing. Cody will say, look, Brock Lesnar ain't the man no more. Brock Lesnar, it ain't his locker room no more. But we ain't heard it from Brock Lesnar himself why he attacked Cody Rhodes. There should be a rhyme and reason for everything to us and invest in the story. And they ain't give us none. Yeah, they petty, man, because he destroyed Triple H's throne. You think Triple H forgot about that? He came in throwing shots. He came in the mix throwing shots at WWE. And he gonna go over there, he gonna date everything is sweet. You gonna beat. He thought they gonna go over there and let him beat the tribal chief like that, even though they've been building Roman Reigns for 7 years and they finally got him over, and they think this guy gonna come out of nowhere and beat him. Nah. However, in booking sense, it kind of would make sense because number one, it will give Roman a long break. I think the original plan was to end the bloodline on WrestleMania, but Vince McMahon had other plans. He wanted to break these record books that's already set out. He wants Roman Reigns to change. They want to change all these record books. Like CM Punk had the longest title reign. Roman Reigns and surpassed that. That's Vince McMahon's creation. I'm sick of Roman Reigns. I think Roman paid Brock to break Cody's arm. I disagree with that. I love Roman Reigns in the Bloodline storyline. There's so much stories and layers to this. It's still interesting. This is one of the best storylines that they have done in 20 years. But it would make sense. But see, the thing is, they're not telling us. Paul Heyman cut Brock. The way I would do, I have Paul Heyman pay Brock Lesnar to hurt Cody. That would at least give us a reason. Like, give us a reason why we should invest in this. They're not telling us nothing. Dude just beats up Cody Rhodes out of nowhere, and we don't know why. Give us a reason why. And another thing that I don't like what they're doing to Cody Rhodes is that they're turning Cody Rhodes to the new John Cena. That's what's hurting their baby faces. See, what Vince McMahon always does is that he always tried to make these guys into the modern Hulk Hogan or John Cena. You can't do that with everybody, man. You couldn't do that. You can't do that with everybody. Cody Rhodes is not John Cena. I knew when he referenced John Cena with the never give up, I said, oh God, they done made him the new John Cena now. Oh God. And he's not that. Let Cody be Cody, man. That's what almost killed Roman Reigns' career. Had him cutting sucker and succotash promos. Have him doing silly shit. Have him in dog food matches with Baron Corbin. Y'all almost killed this dude. But now he's bringing himself, and now he's carrying the WWE on his back. Roman Reigns, that is. He's being his natural self. You got to let these guys be their natural self. Not all these guys could be the goody two-shoes Hulk Hogan, John Cena prototype. They tried the same thing with Randy Orton. It didn't work. They tried it with Batista. It didn't work. They cut these silly promos. They all smiling and all that. That's Vince McMahon written all over it, man. He rode that Hulkamania wave for a good 10 years. And now since then, he been looking for somebody to really fulfill that prototype. He tried to do it with Lex Luger. Luger bombed it, so they couldn't do it with Bret. But Bret was more so came in as a national technicality wrestler. Tell me what happened to the Black Sisters they got rid of. They was a tag team. I heard they walked out. You talking about Sasha Banks and Naomi. Yeah, they had a creative difference issue with Vince McMahon. So they just laid their titles down to the table and just walked out. Naomi right now is on Impact Wrestling, and Sasha is in Japan. Yeah, she stood up to herself because the booking has been atrocious for the past several years. Because, see, people don't understand losses affect your draw power. And they say, yeah, it's wrestling. Wins or losses don't matter. Yes, they do. Who's going to buy a t-shirt from a loser? Everybody wants to protect their spot. Everybody wants to protect their image. Their image makes money. You know what I mean? Stone Cold Steve Austin, one of my favorites. He protected his brand. He ain't going to take losses from bums. Your losses and your wins determine how many t-shirts you sell, how you sell tickets, and how you get a percentage of those tickets. Nobody going to invest in a loser. Wins and losses do matter in wrestling at the end of the day. And that's what CM Punk's gripe was with the WWE at the time, because he felt, damn, I took an L to The Rock. He's a part-timer. I took an L to The Undertaker. He's a part-timer. I took an L to Brock Lesnar. He's a part-timer. What am I getting out of this? I'm taking L's on every big event there. Nobody gonna buy my t-shirt. How am I gonna call myself the best in the world and I'm losing? And people might say, well, you getting paid miles and money, that Kevin Nash mentality. At the end of the day, People are not gonna invest in no loser. Who gonna go out there and buy a Dolph Ziggler shirt at this age? I'll wait. Nobody buying no Dolph Ziggler shirt. But Dolph Ziggler's a loser. He ain't won a match since 2014. Come on. Let's be frank here. Nobody gonna buy from losers. Losers don't sell t-shirts. Losers don't get picked in video games. Losers don't get picked on video game covers. Nobody gonna buy no t-shirt from Dolph Ziggler or all these dudes. Yes, thank you. Yeah, that's what happened, man. They stood up for their draw power. Because wrestling is about draw. And if you're taking a lot of losses, your draw power is going to hurt. That's what the reality is when it comes to wrestling. It's about your draw power and your worth. Nobody going to invest in no bum. And this is what happened to Cody Rhodes right now. They done devalue Cody Rhodes to where now he feuding with Dominic Mysterio. You go from feuding with these two heavyweights, Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns, to Dominic Mysterio. No disrespect to Dominic Mysterio, but Dominic Mysterio is doing a great job as a heel. But he's mid-card. He's mid-card though. Cody Rhodes should be up here. Why is he feuding with somebody down here? Make it make sense. He shouldn't even be. If anything, now he's stuck in the middle now because he should be feuding on SmackDown. And they're not going to have another draft for another couple years. Because Vince came back. That's exactly what I thought. When Vince McMahon came back, he nixed the whole thing because he came back in power over WrestleMania weekend. So now, I bet you this is what it was. I'm going to explain it again because you just come tuning in. He was already planning to win the title. They probably had that agreed for months now. But Vince McMahon came in, seized so much power. He seized his position back over the weekend and was able to change everything. Look at how Saturday's show look and look how Sunday's show look on WrestleMania weekend. Look at those two differences of those shoes and how they were booked. You could tell Saturday was a Triple H book show. Sunday was a Vince McMahon book show. Sunday night was a Vince McMahon book show all the way. And what had happened was they had Cody to win it. Because think about this. They spent money on this. They spent money to bring Cody Rhodes back. And you know Triple H wasn't going to sit there and let that investment go to waste. But then Vince McMahon came in trying to protect Roman Reigns. And no disrespect to Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns the best thing going now. Let's be clear. Roman Reigns is still a Vince McMahon project. He ain't gonna let Cody Rhodes, son of Dusty, coming from AEW, coming from the Indies, beat his boy. It's politics involved. Roman Reigns the worst thing. Nah, I gotta disagree, Paul. Roman Reigns is carrying the WWE. Actually, the Bloodline storyline is the best thing they got going right now. If that wasn't happening, this shit would have been done. I'm keeping it buck with you, homie. Roman Reigns is carrying this shit. The new Roman Reigns. See y'all used to the big dog. Y'all used to the tribal chief thing he's doing. He's carrying the WWE. Him, the Usos, and Solo. This shit would have been done without the tribal chief. He been holding this thing down since COVID. All the cheating Roman and his cousins did. It's the brain heel heat, because see what you don't want to do, you don't want those guys to be light. That's what makes what happens with a lot of bad guys. They do cool things and they end up getting cheered. Them cheating for Roman is keeping Roman hated. They want to keep Roman Reigns hated. That's why when he beat Sami Zayn at the Royal Rumble, he had all that heat back. Triple H knows and understands the game of keeping a heel a heel. You know what I mean? So Vince McMahon, on the other hand, he'll have him do all the cool stuff and then turn him babyface again. He knows how to keep Roman Reigns vilified, and they're doing a great job at that. He does the cool shit like the acknowledge me, and then when he beats up on your favorites, you hate his guts. Then when he punks up Jay or Jimmy, you hate his guts. When he yells and bullies them, you hate his guts. They doing a great job with them, man. That's the best thing they got going. You take away the bloodline, this shit is over with, homie. I'm telling you. If anything, that's the only reason why we watching SmackDown right now. Is the bloodline. And big shout to LA Knight. I like LA Knight. LA Knight is one of the best talents they got too. LA Knight. I like how they trying to rebuild Shinsuke Nakamura. I like what they're doing with AJ Styles. AJ Styles is still one of my favorites, man. AJ Styles is one of the nicest in the game right now. Still is. LA Knight brings me, he reminds me of The Rock in a lot of ways. He ain't got the charisma there yet, but you could tell he's influenced. I like LA Knight, man. Knight, they got to do something with him, man. They got to do something with him. They got to push that dude. And if they smart, they should have put Cody Rhodes on there to feud with LA Knight for a while. They're teasing the Finn and AJ reunion. I'm liking that. I'm thinking they're going to kick Balor out of there, though, because Balor about to get demoted to Soldier. They about to demote Finn Balor out of there. And I think they're going to demote Balor out of there, and Dominic going to take control of, Judgment Day. Because it happened before, man. It's like with Judgment Day, they have a tendency of kicking their leaders out. They kicked Edge out, and he founded the group. So now they're going to kick him out. And going to have somebody else run the thing. That's what they're going to do. Another thing I don't like, too, and I know I'm going to get at it with my boys tomorrow. Big shout out to Madison J, and big shout out to my man Ace Boogie. But I don't like that Charlotte shit, man. That's a total slap in the face to the whole women's roster for Charlotte to come in there out of nowhere after taking an L at WrestleMania and get a title shot. We're going to have a debate on that shit tomorrow, hopefully, man. Hopefully my guys will be around. We'll have a debate on that. You can't justify that. She come in from a vacation, walk in there and demand a title shot. They just give it to her. And Bianca upset about it, and rightfully so, because she like, yo, I carried this shit, man. I carried this roster. While she out there, she out there doing wine celebrations. She on vacation. She in Italy somewhere while I'm taking this gold over there. The women's division is thin, though. That's a fact, though. But see, the way I would have did it, if the roster had nuts, they all them would have came out there and check Charlotte like, look, you can't come over here demanding no title shot. You've been gone for 5 months. Get in the back of the line. You can't come over here demanding title shots talking about you are the line. Bitch, get your ass back. That's why I know, in a way, the roster today is kind of soft, man. You couldn't do that back in the day. SmackDown has become boring to me, especially the women. Yeah, man, I mean, they don't know what they doing with that situation. They got a great champion, Rhea Ripley, but every champion needs a good catalyst, a good baby face, a good dance partner. The problem is with the WWE, they don't know how to make cool baby faces no more. Now, I like Zelina Vega. Zelina Vega, I like her. But see, what's her name? Rhea already beat her. Zelina Vega, she got a lot going on. But just like my man said, the women's roster is thin right now. It's like, phew. She destroyed Natalya. You know what I'm saying? She destroyed Natalya. WWE is trash. Wrestlers done. The great was 89s and 2000s. It all depends on what you look at. There's some greatness going on. Now, Triple H was trying to turn this shit around. He almost had it. He was turning it around. But then Vince McMahon came in, took the steering wheel from him. So this is where we at with it right now. Everything feel like a mess. Nothing's really making sense. Exactly what Vince McMahon like. It ain't making sense. Like even with Cody Rhodes, like damn, y'all brought this dude from the competition. He should be in the top of the line anywhere. He should be feuded with Dominic Mysterio. That's a step down to him. Then you put him in a feud with Brock Lesnar, and we don't have a reason why we cheering. Who we cheering for? Why are we cheering against Brock Lesnar when Brock Lesnar was a babyface? Why are we cheering him or booing him? They ain't not telling us why. We need an investment in the story. They just threw Cody Rhodes and Lesnar feud out there. They had 2 heatless matches. Nobody talking about it. Yeah, nobody talking about it now. The Undertaker and Dave Bautista and Mickie James and Jazz are 4 of my favorite male and female wrestlers. Yo, people sleep on Jazz, man. Jazz, man, she deserved better. Jazz was one of them. Jazz was tough. Woo! Jazz was tough, yo. Especially in the ECW days. But when she got to WWE, she did all right. But, man, Jazz was no joke. Woo! She was beating ass. She was beating ass, boy. Woo! Jazz was cold with it. I like Jazz. Man, you took it back with that one. Jazz can work. Jazz was mean. I don't like the direction they going with Gunther. Yeah, man. See what's happening now is this. He don't have nobody to really feud with. That's why they throwing him in tag matches now. There's no real direction going on. Now they got this whole thing going on with Matt Riddle. But you see how Matt Riddle beat the hell out of his squad. He made them look like a joke. So how are we going to take that serious now? The Imperium supposed to be looking like a legit squad. Riddle took them dudes out just like that. I ain't forget that shit. Made them look like a bunch of jokes. And I'm like, man, there's so many potential big matchups you could do with this roster. Gunther and Lesnar alone would be crazy. Have Gunther, Sheamus, and Lesnar since Drew McIntyre pretty much gone. They could be mixing it up right now. That could be crazy. LA Knight and Cody Rhodes should be feuding. That's money. They should have had him feuding with them, and that could build LA Knight up to be a reputable wrestler right now. Cause he has the talk game down. I've been on LA Knight going back to when he was Eli Drake on Impact. I always knew he was gonna be a star. But that's what they should have done, man. And I know what they trying to do. What they trying to look at the big picture for WrestleMania 40. Man, that shit ain't here yet. Think about now. Who gonna invest in these characters next year? I understand long-term planning, but the roster don't have nothing to do. It's directionless right now. Now you got Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. They out there. They doing their thing as the tag champions. Yeah, they need to put the leather vest and hat back on Grimes. Facts, man. I don't like what they doing with the product now. It's like it done went lukewarm again, like it did a couple years back, and that's because there's no effort in making interesting stories. You could tell Triple H had this thing bubbling. It wasn't perfect, but it was way better than last year. Way better than last year. I'll tell you that much. Vinnie Mac done got back on the throne. Now you see everything crumbling ever since WrestleMania. And yeah, Backlash, that pay-per-view was dope. I like Backlash. Because Bad Bunny could actually work. He could actually work a match. Him and Priest shut it down. And you had the Bloodline storylines. They running on fumes for that. But what everybody else doing? And I'm another match too. One of my favorite matches was I think it was what's the girl name? What's the girl name from Damage Control, man? See, I'm bad with names. I'm gonna keep it book. The Asian girl from Damage Control that she had the match with Bianca Belair. They had one of the best matches I've seen this year on Backlash. I forgot her name. God dang. I'm bad with names. Sky. Yeah. Yeah, that was a hot opener, man. That was definitely a hot opener right there. If anything, she should be getting a title shot. Fuck Charlotte. I don't want to see that shit. I don't want to see that no more. We saw that in 2017 with her and Sasha Banks. They had the triple threat already. Io Sky, that's her name. Io Sky actually had a dope theme too. That shit sound like some modern trap music. That sound like some Zaytoven beat about to come on. And she can work. If anything, it should be Oscar and Io Sky up there. But Vince McMahon is like, nope. They can't speak English. So we gonna demote their ass. She don't speak English, so I can't understand her. So just demote her down the roster and let's bring Charlotte back. What is really going on, y'all, is a big power struggle going on between Triple H and Vince. Don't be surprised you see Triple H step down by the end of the year, y'all. When they gonna start burying Lacey Evans? Man, they turned Lacey Evans to Sergeant Slaughter, man. That's a Vince McMahon move if I ain't never seen one. They turn her to Sergeant Slaughter. Why would you turn a bad chick like that into Sergeant Slaughter of all people, man? They gave her an outdated 80s G.I. Joe gimmick out there. You can't tell me that ain't some comedy. That's out of the 80s, man. Had her talking like Sergeant Slaughter. Get the fuck out of here, Vince. Come on, man. Yeah, that's Vince McMahon written all over it, man. Why can't you let Lacey Evans be herself, man? Let her be herself. But I'm thinking, you know what it is, though? They're afraid to really push that line because of what she says about her political views about things. They're scared to kind of cross that totem pole because, you know, she's a Trump supporter. So I'm thinking that's the reason why they scared. But at the same time, I don't give a damn what these people's political opinions are. Are you entertaining? I don't give a damn who you vote for. Can you entertain me? That's what I care for. I'm not buying a ticket because you voted for somebody. I don't care. I'm not looking at it for politics. I don't care who you vote for. Can you work in the ring? Can you talk on the mic? That's all I care about. That's all they should care about, man. I don't give a damn if she voted for Trump. Can she work? That's the way it should be. But see, we live in a sensitive society right now where people are like, oh my God, you're going to have the champion of the women's champion say she support Trump? I don't give a fuck about that shit. Can she work? Can she make money? Can she draw money? That's a business. Yeah. That's what it be all about. And another thing, too, I want to top on, too. They was talking about, they tried to bring Bray Wyatt back. Let me tell y'all this. If they going to bring him back to what he was doing, we don't want to see him back. They fumbled that bag already. If they going to bring Bray Wyatt back, he going to have to be the cult leader. Because that supernatural stuff he doing ain't believable no more. Especially when you got social media out. Nobody believe in that. Nobody believe in this nigga shooting lightning rods and stuff out the sky. Nobody believe in some of that weird stuff he doing. Uncle Howie and all that silly shit. He got to come back to being a cult leader. Because that's more believable. Get him some new members of the Wyatt family and let that go again. Because, man, all that Fiend, all that Wyatt Funhouse shit, nobody believe in that. Nobody believe in that at all, man. You got to go back to being the cult leader and staying off of social media, most importantly. That's why the Undertaker gimmick works so well, because he ain't even show his face nowhere. Everywhere he went, he stayed in character. He took a bath in Undertaker robe. He took a bath in the Undertaker gear. He showered in Undertaker gear. He went to the mailbox in Undertaker gear. He went to the supermarket in Undertaker gear. He kept in character 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. He ain't even smile. That's why the Undertaker getting it all out of his system now. That's why he doing all these book tours and TikToking and all that. He like, nigga, I've been a mute for 30 years. I've been a mute for 30 years, man. Let me shine. Let me smile some. Let me do some fun stuff with my wife. Because, man, the Undertaker stayed in character. You couldn't make him break character. They tried to make him break character. You can look at the video with Booker T, Vince McMahon. They tried to make him do the spin-a-rooney. He ain't do it. They can't make the Undertaker break character. He's a straight OG. So when it came to him to retire, he broke all for kayfabe. He said, fuck all that, man. I'm getting this cheese, man. Savage, man, Savage was a savage everywhere he went. That's the crazy part, bro. Savage was savage everywhere he went. He was always tense. He always had that coke rage energy, man. And he'll slap a motherfucker over mid-list. Straight up. Oh, man. The look in her eyes, just so the eyes and lust for the... Yeah, you get the Hulk Hogan, yeah. That nigga had character. That nigga died in character, man. Yo, he lived by kayfabe and died on his sword, man. Salute to Savage, man. That's top 5 dead or alive to me, man. Nobody could work an angle like the Macho Man Randy Savage, man. He made any position believable. Straight up, man. I'm gonna do another video about classic wrestling moments, like the one with the snake, when the snake bit him and shit. We thought this nigga was gonna die in the ring, man. We was sitting there looking at it like, oh my god, yo, the snake bit him. This nigga gonna die. Cause you know at the time we ain't know about snakes like that. Snakes was like, if we was learning to believe a snake bit you, you were dead, nigga. You were out of here. And within 48 hours, you was out of here. We ain't seen nothing like that in wrestling. I seen niggas put paper bags over their face, like what Terry Funk did to Ric Flair and almost suffocated him to death. I seen Dusty Rhodes get beat in the parking lot by a ball bat. I ain't seen a nigga get a snake bit. I ain't seen a snake bite him. Then on top of that, then I seen the Undertaker locking people in coffins. Yo, they was terrorizing our youth, man. Remember when the Undertaker locked the Ultimate Warrior in that coffin? That was the longest 5 minutes I ever seen in my life, yo. I was like, yo, is this nigga dead? I was sitting there like this, stunned. Like we couldn't even move. Then when he opened the coffin, it was like he was dead, yo. And we was like, yo, they caught a body on the WWF. And when he started coughing, we was like, he's still alive. I remember this one. Another favorite of mine too was when the earthquake broke Hulk Hogan ribs and snatched his chain. I was like, good for that cocksucker. I was sitting there, I was cheering for that boy. That was one thing I was cheering, yo. I couldn't stand that Hulkamania bullshit. I couldn't stand it, man. I seen the earthquake take this dude out, crush his ribs, snatched his chain. I said, good job. Yo, the earthquake was real, man. Rest in peace, John Tenta, man. One of the realest big men to ever do it. You know what? Another favorite of mine, I knew the earthquake was going to be that dude when he took out Andre the Giant. When he took out Andre the Giant, yo. Because every time when you see a real big man in there, he running the joint. Andre was the big kahuna from 84 to 91, right? Earthquake came through, took his legs out, got his ass out of here, B. Earthquake ran then he formed it with Typhoon and formed the natural disasters. They were killing everybody, man. They had, man, the tag team division was crazy. The Shockmaster. nigga had that glitter mask. He had that on styrofoam glitter thrift store mask on. I was like, man, get out of here with that, man. Get out of here with that. But yeah, the earthquake, when he took Andre out. But you know how they do in the WWE? When you had one big man running it, another big man come through and take him out. Because guess who came and took Earthquake out? It was Yokozuna. Yokozuna then was running it for about a couple years. And then who else took Yokozuna out? Vader. Vader was the top dog for like about 2 years. Who took Vader out? Kane. Kane was running it for a couple months. Then the Undertaker came in and took his yard back. He like, nigga, you ain't slapping me yet before WrestleMania. I'm taking you out. Oh, man. But that's how it be with the big dogs. But see, that's how they book their big men in the WWE. They had them running things, and another guy come through and take them out. Mark Henry was running it for a while. Brock Lesnar came through. Brock Lesnar came, he was running it for a while. I mean, Undertaker was running it. Brock Lesnar took him out. Now Brock Lesnar was running it. The tribal chief took him out. So now, who gonna take out the tribal chief? That's the question. That's the question, right? That's the $1 million question right there. It ain't gonna be Cody Rhodes the way this thing is going. No one is teaching almost how to wrestle like the Giant. You know what's crazy? I'm gonna tell you this. You know who has potential to be one of the biggest stars out there if they book him right? Omos. Omos has potential to be one of the biggest stars they have just by his size alone. And he got a great manager in MVP who could talk for him. Get him the right opponent, he can work. But the problem is he lost too many times. He'll dominate a feud, and then when it comes to the big match, he lose. Like, what's the point of building him up? They did it with Bobby Lashley. Bobby Lashley beat him 3 times. Then they did it with Strowman. Strowman beat him. They did it with Brock. Brock beat him. He even lost to Seth Rollins. Like, he's taking too many L's. Omos should be dominating right now. Omos, and the thing is, Omos is if they literally let him loose, he could be one of their biggest stars. But they booking him backwards, man. Like, he should be their Andre the Giant, but at the same time, we kind of know why they're not doing that. Like, he should be beating ass. Pause. He should have got that W against Brock. If Brock was going to drop a W, it should have been to him. But Brock ain't taking no L's, man. Brock ain't trying to take no L, though. But that's the problem, though. He's taking too many losses to where we can't take him serious as a threat. Now, when Andre beat him, it felt special. When Hogan beat Andre, it was special because Andre was the man for 5-6 years. Didn't take no losses. Hogan body slammed him and changed the game. Said, well, he should be world champion. Hell yeah! Omos should be dominating right now. If anything, Omos should be the champion right now. And they should sell who could be the one to tackle this giant. Omos should be dominating right now. Imagine Omos being, and on top of that, he's from Nigeria, man. That's worldwide marketing right there. Yes, Seth Rollins, no disrespect to him. He can work. He's one of the best workers they have right now. But, if you want to build new talent, Omos needs that belt. Omos could be that guy. But see, the thing is, though, he took too many L's. The way I would have done it, I would have had him beat Brock, and I have him win that title. As for Omos, Taker even said that he should be protected because his ring ability is set. Thank you. I knew I won't crazy. They having this man taking L's to everybody. I'm telling y'all what I know. Omos should be on the level of just destroying everybody. He shouldn't be just beating up cab drivers and Uber drivers and skinny subway workers. He should be beating legit guys. You know what kills me though is that this is a Vince McMahon move too. They'll just bring random teams out there. Like what's that Indian tag team they got on Raw? They don't have no heat at all. No boos, no cheers, no nothing. They just bring them out. Just two big Indian dudes just beating up everybody. But we like, should we cheer them? Should we boo them? Why are we investing in them? What's their story? That's the problem. You can't just bring people in out of nowhere and just expect us to just accept them like that. I think what he's trying to do is cater to that India market, but at the same time, they're not going to push no t-shirts. They're not going to be on no cereal boxes. There was a big mentor in WWE. Yeah. The problem is though, you got a lot of the old guards that ain't letting things go. You got the Michael Hayes is still out there. You got the Bruce Pritchard still out there. You got the Kevin Dunns and Vince McMahon. That old crew is still around. You got people with the baby boomer mindset trying to run 2023 wrestling. And it's not going to work. It's not going to work at all. You got people with the old mindset trying to run things in 2023, and the ideas just sound antiquated and outdated. That's the problem. That's the main problem with the WWE. And they don't want, and one Vince's people going to be there, it's going to stay a problem. It's going to stay a problem. Because it makes no sense for like our vet said, Omar should be protected. He's one of the biggest guys there. This motherfucker should be like Shaq, just throwing everybody around, beating everybody around. He shouldn't be out there losing to Seth Rollins. He shouldn't be out there losing to Cody Rhodes. Shouldn't be out there losing to AJ Styles. No, I meant like Mark Henry or Big Show to teach Omar. Well, the thing is this. He don't really need, he just don't need to take no losses. He don't really need mentoring. He got MVP. MVP's a veteran. He just don't need to take no losses in big matches. He can work, actually. The match with Seth Rollins was good. The match with Lesnar was good. He just can't lose. That's the problem. He can't lose. They keep making this dude lose for some weird reason. His checks must be big. If he has the Kevin Nash mindset of just thinking about miles and money, then hey, do you. But if he gonna reach that glass ceiling, he can't be taking no L's like that. But you're right about that though, man. There needs to be more real mentors there. But see, the problem is they got to be utilized. They over there at AEW and AEW not even utilizing them. But this is what's going on, man. You got the baby boomers running the WWE. You got people with their 1983 mindset trying to run things in 2023. And you see a clash of egos. You see a clash of creative. You see it within Triple H on this side, and you see it within Vince on this side. It's a tug of war of creative. You know what I mean? And you see it within the product. When things don't make sense. When things do make sense. You know what I mean? And going with the topic at hand with Cody Rhodes, it's not looking good, fam. It's not looking good for him at all right now. Like, I see him floundering. He's floundering out there, man. Like, all the spark he had, the momentum he had going to Mania is sucked away. And I'm going to tell you this. I think this is what happened to him too. What happened was they didn't expect Sami Zayn to catch fire like he did. That kind of derailed Cody Rhodes in a way. They had built Cody Rhodes to come back, right? Now, this is how I would have done it. This is how King Eric would have booked this shit. I would not done no promo packages. I would have just kept Cody Rhodes's Return unknown. I would not broadcast it. I wouldn't say anything. I'll just have him come out at number 30 at the Rumble and have him win it. See, they messed up by announcing he was ready to return, and then it made it predictable. The shot value, the surprise value needs to come back to wrestling, and that would have done it right there. Nobody would have seen it coming. I would have told them this: Cody Rhodes might miss 2 years. Let this dude come back at Rumble, surprise everybody, and win. So there he got all his support. That's how you do it. But see, they did it wrong. They announced in December he was coming back. The rumor is that Bray is going to be in the storyline with Cody. Oh, God, no. No. Oh, they really going to kill him off now. They going to have Uncle Howie attack his arm. Oh, they going to really destroy him now, yo. I hope that ain't true. They will do some stuff like this. I'll tell you that's where they go. I think they go do it, man. Oh, my God. No, man. He gonna come out to the Fiend. And, oh, man. Oh. He should have stayed in AEW. At least he would have got some shine up over there in the Forbidden Door pay-per-view. Nah, B. If he gonna feud with Bray Wyatt, they might well hang this shit up, man. They gonna hang, man, come on, man. I hope that ain't true. I seriously hope that ain't true. He feuded with Bray Wyatt. Yo, they gotta hang this up, man. Uncle Howie gonna attack his broken arm. Then they gonna have him in the Wyatt Funhouse and all this silly shit. It's over. I'm gonna tell you, man. If that's the plan, I'll tell this to Cody right now. You better bring your ass back to AEW. Ooh. Man. You better go back to AEW ASAP, homie. At least you get to be in the Forbidden Door. At least you get the main event a program with Punk. Shit. Run. Because I'm telling you, man, you go from feuding with the Tribal Chief and winning the Royal Rumble and feuding with Brock Lesnar, to feuding with Dominic Mysterio, and after that you feuded with Bray Wyatt that lost all his heat. Yo, pack him up, kid. Pack him up. Like, use your creative control, Cody. You gotta have some creative control of your contract. Do what this man would have done. Stand for your character, man, or just walk out on these motherfuckers. Like, you gotta have some, you gotta have some balls, man. Like, this shit ain't even making sense. You gonna go from feuding with two of the biggest draws in the company right now to feuding with Dominic Mysterio and Bray Wyatt. Bray Wyatt lost all his heat. Nah, man. You gotta pull a Hulk Hogan or something. You gotta pull that creative control card out your ass. Cause that don't even make sense. I don't even want to see that, man. That shit gonna be Vampiro Sting backbashing the beach bad. I'm telling you. Oh man, that's gonna be terrible. Shit gonna look like the bootleg version of Jeepers Creepers, man. The WWE produced version. Then what they gonna do? They gonna have him fighting at the Funhouse. They gonna use that extra movie production feel when they do their matches. Come on, man. So who idea is it to promote Seth or Steiner on NXT, even though Seth is gonna face Finn at MITB? Yo, they gotta bring Steiner on after a while, man, because Steiner is ready to go. Steiner is a freak of nature. Pause. Steiner is, man. He done did his part at NXT. He been in NXT for about 3 years now. It's time for him to go on the main roster. They gotta bring him on the main roster as soon as possible. Cause yo, that guy there, talent, boy. Them Steiner brothers was beating people up, man. And he's a prototype of that. That's superstar right there. Braun Breaker. That's the he's a star. I know I see dollar signs in that guy. Long as they don't give him no stupid gimmick. Long as they don't give him nothing stupid. Because the name Braun Breaker was even funny itself. And I understand he's trying to carve his own lane. But don't mess him up, please. Please don't mess up Braun Breaker or Steiner. Because, man, that guy there, man, he's a talent. He is a straight talent, man. But, yo, I'm about to head out, man. So I'm about to go ahead and get me some rest. I got to get up and hit this grind in the morning. It's been fun chopping it up with y'all. Be sure to subscribe to this channel, Off the Cuff Radio live stream. Be sure to subscribe to Sandman's Wrestling Cancel channel. Big shout out to LR Artist Sandman. I was going to join up tonight and talk this, but I was caught up. So be sure to check me out, man. Subscribe, hit the like button. I'm going to have more content coming this week. Peace out.